What's going on, Attack Squad? It's your boy Roman and Game Mr. Back at it once again. And today, I'm actually doing an off-the-cuff another live stream because apparently whoops. Sorry about that. I just actually had a little bit over there. So, yeah, there's the link if you actually need it. So, I'll have to actually have you on board. I just got to share this out with some other people as well. So, I will be right back. Here it is. All right. I am back. Just had to let some of my friends know that I'm actually going on live, so that way I could be able to show you guys, this is some craziness, guys. Yesterday, I was actually being accused of being a pedo when I was trying to defend myself over, some lolicon stuff. And people are saying that if you actually, whoop, looks like we got a guest. Dee. Hey, Ed.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, my iPad's low on battery, so I'm using my new iPhone for the thing.
Oh, that's understandable.
I might switch to my iPad after it's had time to, get some life.
Yeah. Yesterday I was actually dealing with a couple of idiots that were accusing me of being a pedo and a molester.
Yeah. Lolies, despite their young appearance, are actually of age. Hell, sometimes old enough to be more than just your grandmother.
Exactly, but do these people ever use fucking logic or anything like that?
Hell, there's actually a disorder where people basically look like perpetual children.
Yeah, there's actually this smooth brain saying that a 24-year-old Japanese woman is still considered pedophilic.
If they're 18 or over, they are legal. So you're a fucking idiot if you say it's pedophilia to be with someone who's 18 years or older.
Alright, so first off, I just want to say, cockadoodle pussy, good evening. It's great to say vulgar things not only in the morning, but also the afternoon too, because fuck yeah. Now,
technically, it's still morning for me because it's 10:41 a.m. here.
Well, okay, so, Mr. A, I've been thinking
Yo, it's your boy, Soul Spectre 78, in the house.
Hey, okay, so, Mr. A, I've been thinking exactly what I wanted to tell you, and I think I got what I wanted to say, alright? So, first and foremost, this whole drama that Butch the Body is trying to do with you, and in making videos dedicated to telling you all sorts of buzzwords, not only is it sad and pathetic, but I simply believe you should ignore it, because two reasons, alright? Two reasons. First off, he is clearly just a sad, pathetic, fat loser with no life and nothing better to do, because he's supposed to be an anime YouTuber that talks about anime stuff, but instead he's dedicated 3 videos now, all on calling you all sorts of buzzwords.
Look, I reported him and I said he keeps harassing Mr. Anime 343, and he's falsely accusing him of being a predator.
Yeah, and that's, you're not okay. That's why he got to, of course, never report himself. But he also, another thing is, you should ignore him, because all he wants, this is the second reason, all he wants is your reaction. Every time you make a reaction video, he gets his rocks off. I would say he masturbates, but I'm pretty sure the fat bastard doesn't even have a dick. He's just some fat blob thing. But he wants your reaction just so he can get his rocks off and make another
I really
video.
think he has a fucking crush on Mr. Anime. Because that's
That's-
the only reason I can see why he keeps making these videos, hoping that Mr. Anime will be like, hey, fuck you. And he's like, oh, yes, talk to me, senpai.
I mean, he's probably got like if you remember Hey Arnold, like Helga showed 40
but-
Arnold, and
Yeah,
then
but unlike Helga, who we love and sympathize with when you find out about her home life, this guy's a freak of nature.
exactly like he's again. This is harassment by all means. Being serious here, this is harassment, and he should be reported because this isn't okay. And again, you should ignore it because here's the thing: you're going to slip sooner or later
Hey,
if you make another
is
video.
it just
you're going
me
to slip up
or? Okay.
You're going to
Is it
slip
just-
up, and he wants you to basically be his Christian. Like, you are the Christian to his Lord.
If anyone is Chris Chan 2.0, it's Fat Boy.
I know, but I mean, that's the thing, though. He is wanting Mr. A to slip and, get angry. That way, he can make other videos saying, look, he's an angry fat man child and yada, yada, yada. Also, before I keep forgetting, I like that your OC got coded by the way, Dee.
What?
Yeah,
Your OC, it's coded. Is it like, like it was last time? It's
Anyway.
nice.
Oh, this is a different thing because I'm on my iPhone for right now.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so anyways,
This is a thing
is it
from the
just-
Scott Pilgrim character maker I found.
well,
is
Anyway,
it
Also,
just
hold on.
me?
36 but guys, 36 wanted to say something.
Is it just me, or would Yakuza Western Killer be perfect for trash talk?
He makes
what?
it easy to use them for trash talk. And if Fat
Yes.
Boy's watching, yes, I'm calling you a fat boy. You are a sad, pathetic loser who can't accept that Mr. Anime is not your fucking boyfriend and will never be your boyfriend. So you should move on to someone who's actually into fat blobfish.
Get a life, you fat loser.
Touch
Holy
grass.
shit.
Roll in a puddle if it makes you happy. Just stop.
yeah,
Again,
exactly.
he's supposed to be a YouTuber that talks about anime topics, yet he dedicated like 3 or so videos to, basically calling Mr. A buzzwords. And like I said, you should ignore them because you will will get you into the court gesture that he wants.
Basically, if I can actually add some additional stuff in here. Yesterday, we've actually had a little bit of an intervention with a couple of idiots that were accusing me of being a pedo as well, which is actually
Oh
pretty
God,
fucking
those
stupid.
idiots!
I mean,
Well, I know who the fuck you're talking about. But damn, get this. You're going to laugh at this, GD. It's funny, like fucking. So, as you know, my name is Dionysus, right? So the idiot
Yeah.
saw my name. It's like, oh, Dionysus, one of the Roman gods who was also a pedophile. And it's like, dude, what?
I assume your name was based off an anime character.
I don't know. Dionysus is okay. So a little, history about me here.
that's Dionysus.
Yeah, I got it from the Greek god of wine, who was also the Greek god of entertainment, and I thought it was kind of a clever thing. I'm a YouTuber slash Twitch streamer, so it's like like also Dionysus, the god of this, and it also there was a cult that was basically a sex cult. They had orgies and stuff. And it's like this is my kind of god right here. All about fun and lewd. But
Okay,
this idiot.
okay, if we're gonna bring up stupid stuff linked to a character or whatever, does that mean everyone named Bill is a sexual deviant like Bill Cosby or Bill Clinton? Huh?
Oh, I don't know. I do not know. Besides,
I'm
But
just
it's hilarious
saying, if we're gonna do that stupid logic, then anyone named Bill is instantly a sex offender. I'm sorry. I don't
and not
make the
just that,
rules.
not just that, but I find it hilarious how this idiot like knew a lot about pedophilia. Like this guy was obsessed with pedophilia, and me and a couple of other people are like, you're kind of self-rejecting, aren't you? Like, I guarantee you,
Oh, that's
he's
the
a
thing.
cuties fan.
The people who try to force shit the most about things tend to be the very people they're trying to scapegoat onto others. I mean, how many people have been caught as sexual predators who were like, "Oh, Vic Mignogna is a sexual deviant that should be in a pine box."
Oh, don't forget, Lodi is pedophilia, and yet the people who said that, oh, you're a pedophile.
Yeah, fuck
Interesting.
them. Fuck
like
them. I'm still mistaken. I don't know if it's because I'm pleasantly plump and short, but I'm still mistaken for like my late teens, early 20s. And my younger sister could pass for like 17 despite she's 4 years younger than me.
okay,
And I'm
that-
33, by the way.
I like
that
him
kind of
grumpy.
because
I like
basically,
him grumpy.
I just want to say something. Anybody actually remember Dr. Pizza by any chance? Yeah, how
Oh, the
that
guy
guy?
that was
No.
caught being like a pedophile or something?
Yeah, and basically he was actually saying that Lolicon is the equivalent of pedophilia. But however, it turns out that he was a pedophile himself.
And that is the definition of irony.
Hey, remember when when people said cuties was brave or something, but it's actually pedophilia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you
Funny.
mean.
After seeing what few clips were circulating, I'm like, yeah, no. Even if I wasn't opposed to them using actual children, I don't want to end up on a list just to see what it's about. Especially
Exactly.
the scene that someone
Hello,
managed to...
bitches.
Hey, man.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
I mean, my God. Who thought it was a good idea to have an 11-year-old masturbating?
Okay.
Some obnoxious soy fag with a hipster beard and
Exactly. But hey, Matt, like you kind of missed it a moment ago. We were talking about Butch the Bully or Fat Fatty or whatever they call the blob with the fucking
I
emo
called him a
haircut.
sad ball of lard when I commented on his thing.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
either way, the fat man McFattison.
I just got an alert from Clownfish about I'm not Starfire. It's worse than we thought. And it's like, I could just look at the thing and know
Worse
it's
than Teen
worse.
Titans Go?
Yeah, at least Teen Titans Go had, and I'm going to regret saying this, jokes.
I'm not a fan of those jokes, but
Again, that's why I was hesitant.
At least they didn't decide to make Starfire eat a bunch of Twinkies and gain weight.
And here's the thing.
for that.
I am sorry to the wokies that don't like what I'm about to say, but unless it relates to a character's powers, they're not going to be fat when they're fighting crime. Because they probably have a heart attack trying to throw a punch.
And the only time the whole fat character is okay is if it's a fetish artwork or if it goes with their damn power. Like, eat a candy and like my succubus from like comic that I'm making. Or you got like Pretty Angel from Black Clover who is fat, but her power is wings. Her magic is wings.
I've told you 2 OCs, one for Marvel and one for My Hero Academia, where it makes sense why their powers would create them having weight gain.
Yeah.
It's so their powers will work better.
And I mean, that's just that, but you look at Tekken for a moment. You got Bob and also I forgot the sumo wrestler's name, but both characters are fat. Yeah, that guy. Both characters are fat, and yet they can kick ass and take names, right? They
Yeah,
can
Um,
still
not
stand
to
next
mention,
to.
sumo wrestlers are more than just fat; they also have a bit of muscle to them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Smooth wrestlers are like
That's
padded
what
with
annoyed me. But that's what annoyed me about. Thankfully, Etta Candy has returned to being a curvy, plump girl. But in the thing I told you about her basically blaming Wonder Woman for her eating disorder, she had
Mhm.
managed to lose weight. And instead of it being like, you know what, she decided she wanted to be healthier. No shame in that. But
hey,
no, they decided that, oh, well, it's going to be because she's best friends with Wonder Woman, who is basically the model of perfect beauty to society, apparently. And she was going to blame Wonder Woman when she passed out from not eating and saying, it's your fault. I had to lose weight so I could match up to you. I'm like, oh, fuck you. Anna Candy was proud to be a big girl, and she was friends with Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman respected her because she was a badass.
Exactly. But we can. I mean, we can't have that for whatever fucking reason. We have to have this whole I'm fat and I am ashamed of it kind of bullshit. Was like, wait, aren't we trying to be fat positive?
Yeah, that's what I didn't get about making Etta Candy skinny. Y'all are like, oh, we should make Wonder Woman fat. And I'm like, well, you do know Wonder Woman
Yeah,
has
how
a
about
good
you?
friend who is fat,
hey,
right?
just one question.
Hey, hold on, 76. What's up?
ahead.
Wasn't the 90s considered the Dark Ages, even though we are in the Dark Ages of comics? I mean, why was
Dude,
that
we're in
considered the Dark Age?
the shit age of comics, man.
Yeah. The Dark
Well,
Ages has a
We're
cool ring to it. This is
we're
the
in
shit.
we have stupid people running the comic companies who refuse to see that catering to the wokies is not selling shit, but instead of being like, maybe we should go back to the, people who actually buy our shit, we're just gonna double down and say it's the fans' fault.
Also, kind of jumping back on the whole fat thing for one moment. Like, you can have a fat Amazon, but it has to be that whole sumo wrestler thing with the whole there's muscle behind that fat. Just like hell, you look at the Blob, the mutant, and he is more than just a fat ass. His powers go with his, mutant with his
Oh, the
body
Blob
size.
was horrifying after House of M, where he ended up being one of the mutants that got their powers taken.
Oh
Sagging
God.
skin and everything.
Mhm.
It's like, oh God, why couldn't you spare this poor bastard? He looks terrifying without his girth.
Exactly. But it can work. It's just it has to make sense. You can't have a Flash being fat and or Batman or Spider Man.
I mean, doesn't Into the Spider-Verse count as, or
Kind of counts
No
as its
idea.
own thing, I guess.
But also speaking of the whole Dark Ages of comics, you're going to laugh at this. Get ready. So wow, I mean Blizzard, they have a sexual harassment problem, at work, right?
Oh, I'm
So
already
they
loving
just
this. Woo!
Oh, you mean the bastards who, after a couple weeks, stopped with the whole Save Hong Kong thing? Because it's like, yeah, no one's interested anymore, as opposed to, sticking to their morals.
oh no. What I'm
The
getting
way
at
you
is the
have gone.
sexual harassment at work, and so what they decided to do was censor and desexualize the women in World of Warcraft to prevent sexual harassment in the real fucking world. I just want to
That's
ask.
not how
Oh,
it works.
brilliant
I
idea
just want to.
there,
I
X-Lax.
just. I just want to ask. I just want to ask. What
Also, what
gay?
about the women who are?
Absolutely, Pete. Do
What about the women
everything in
who
your
are?
power to. Oh, sorry. Go
What
ahead.
about the women
well,
who are
to be
sexually?
fair,
Whoa, guys,
Well,
one at a time. Let's have a D&D girl go first.
What about the women who were wearing like sweatpants and a sweatshirt that got assaulted?
Exactly.
You're basically saying she obviously wanted it because only women who are scantily clad get assaulted.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Fun fact for you: sexual harassment has been a thing for eons. Not just because of a fucking comic book or cartoon. Hell, what were they looking at in the 1200s when women, mind you, who weren't allowed to be scantily clad or anything? What were the guys looking at then to be like, unga bunga, we want to harass women, unga.
Also, this is something we should bring back. We need to go through a thing of poor people can't afford food, so that's why they're skinny, and the women who are fat are able to get men because obviously if they have enough money to get enough food to be fat, then they're appealing. Because that's why they were appealing in the Middle Ages. This is why fat women were appealing in the Middle Ages, because it was basically like, well, this woman is fat, so obviously she has enough money to buy food. So
Man,
she's the one I'm going to marry so that I can make sure my child, who will be the heir to my family, will be able to survive hunger.
Yeah, that's just the thing. That is ridiculous. Besides,
make
I don't think
it
you
a
guys
nice
would-
greeting card.
I'm just saying, if these people, if the wokies want fat women and everything, they need to make it to where fat women would be appealing. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't mind a woman with a couple extra pounds. It's the ones that look like you gotta roll them to the bathroom because they can't walk themselves to the bathroom.
And hell, I mean, the whole fat art on like giving art still looks way more appealing than anything that damn wokies create. Because they actually look like women and not damn potato fucking women.
I actually made a
Exactly.
joke on Captain Marvel one time because the art, she looked like she had a pig snout, so I said I didn't know Miss Piggy was a Marvel fan.
Oh boy.
She looked like she had a pig snout. Who the hell okayed this artist to get a job? What happened to, look, you have to at least make them look human. Unless
Exactly.
it relates to their mutant power.
But of course, you know, the comics today are just fucking woke as hell, and thankfully, which by the way, speaking of comics, let's talk about manga for a moment. So it looked like it was going to be the Dark Ages for manga, but thankfully,
Oh yeah.
you know,
sorry for-
Japan,
God
yeah,
damn it,
Japan, the
Kadokawa.
but thankfully, Japan, the fans of manga and even the manga creators stood up and said, no, we're not going to censor it. Now, here's the thing. We can celebrate this victory. Manga is safe for the time being. Meaning,
look, as long as they keep getting a lot of sales, Japan isn't going to be like, okay, we gotta remove the boobies from like Nami in order to sell in America. As long as they keep getting good sales in America, they are not going to do shit.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I'm pretty sure we have already heard this metaphor where, you know, Satan isn't just going to come out of hell with red skin and horns like, hey, I'm the devil, and do evil stuff. It's going to be subtle. He's going to look like one of us, and he's going to do things behind the scenes to where we won't know about it until the end. Now, what I'm getting at here is we're going to have a manga creator. We're going to have a manga creator either today, tomorrow, next week, sometime, who will make a manga where it's not specifically woke, but there will be hints. Let's say it's a Monster Girl manga, right? Now, Monster Girls for the longest time have been an itchy and harem, and they've always been spicy. They've always been spicy, and so this manga creator is probably going to make a Monster Girl manga where they're going to be flat chested. They will still look like women, because remember, the devil doesn't just put out say, hey, it's me, Satan. So they'll still look like women, and they will be covered up. They'll be, wearing pants, wearing long sleeve shirts, and it will be subtle. We will have to keep an eye, and same thing with Japan too. Japan will also have to keep an eye on manga, and yes, I know about I don't want a damn anime of that.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly. But,
look, I'm just gonna say this. I loved the Monster High series before they fired the creator and started doing their own shit and destroyed the individual molds, which would allow each character to have their own features, make them unique, because the whole thing is celebrate your freaky flaws. And Mattel were stupid for firing the creator. But anyway, my only problem I had with the Monster High series is, why are there like only two characters that wear pants? Don't get me wrong, skirts and dresses are adorable and all, but why are Guya, who is ironically a very funny character because she's the smartest girl in Monster High, but she's a zombie.
Also, best girl, by the way.
Yeah, and Operetta, the only one wearing pants. Come on, people.
I mean,
Come
without
on,
Paredes,
more
kind of.
pants, more shorts.
Without Paredes, kind of obvious, and she's supposed to be the whole Phantom of the Opera thing, and but
Only
like,
it's rockabilly instead of.
but like, I mean, I kind of get what you're coming from. Like, there's way too many dress and skirts, like pants and shorts are a thing, people. I mean,
Yeah,
granted, we could also make the same statement with Equestria girls too.
That is true. Why were all girls wearing skirts? And this was to compete with Monster High, and it's like, you want to compete with Monster High? Give a couple. I mean, even Rainbow Dash, yeah, she had the bicycle shorts, but she was still wearing a fucking rainbow skirt.
Exactly, and
Rainbow
I think
Dash would never wear a skirt.
I think Adagio and Aurora were the only ones who wore pants. Like, I know Sonata had like a skirt.
And we're not even going to bring in Celestia and Luna because, let's be honest, they're the principal and vice principal, so,
Yeah, true. But like, no one else wore pants or shorts. It's like, what's a shortage of pants for girls?
No,
yeah, exactly.
no, I get why Rarity would have a skirt, because Rarity is your typical girly girl. Maybe
Yeah.
even Twilight having a skirt because, bookish bookworm girl. But considering Applejack lives on a farm and Rainbow Dash is a tomboy,
Yeah, like,
there
those
is
should have
no
been the
way in hell
exception.
they would be wearing
Wait, I thought Applejack
skirts.
was a tomboy.
Well,
I mean, she like, to an
let's
extent.
say she's in between. Let's say that. But she lives on a farm, so a skirt aside from like maybe a wedding or something would not make sense when you're working on a farm.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's just both Verity and I mean not Verity, both Rainbow Dash and Applejack should have been the ones who had pants. Like, I mean, Verity, like you said, yeah, she wanted to show some legs, fashionista. Pinkie Pie,
Typical
I think could
girly
have
girl.
gone. Yeah. Pinkie Pie, I think could have gone either way, like pants, shorts, or skirt. And same thing with like Twilight. Like, okay, yeah, maybe a skirt, but it's just.
Personally, considering Pinkie Pie, especially in fan art, when she meets Mabel, is personality wise like Mabel, only she has a little bit of Deadpool because she can break the fourth wall. Well, I always imagine human Pinkie Pie having like a pink sweater with some leggings, so I was very disappointed in the outfit they had her in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Anyway,
I said, I was
I wanted to
just.
show you this. So basically, this just came in the mail today.
Nice.
Awesome.
What's
Yes.
that?
Also, I found out the newest issue of Zombilenium. I've just found out the newest issue of Zombilenium has been released, but it's still in French, and I am Sad Panda now.
Real sad.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
sad.
also, before I forget, I got the Cinnamon Covered Peach Splash for the PS4, and apparently I was reading the comments on Amazon.
You mean the
and-
piss poor?
Yeah, the
yeah.
physical.
yeah. But either way, so I read the comments on Amazon, and it seems that everything in the game is in the game, as especially the I forgot what it was called, but the whole spicy mini game that you can play that was censored in the fucking Sony version. So I'm going to be playing this.
Either the Switch version or the PC version.
Well, I'm going to be live streaming this on Sunday, which I will be calling, Spicy Sunday. So I hope you guys will come. I'll probably do it like maybe at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'm still trying to think about it. But if you like soon, call guys.
Didi, you feeling all right?
It's allergies, okay? And I'm using my new iPhone, so it probably picks up more sound than my iPad does.
Well, also, if you like, Senator Congra and you like hot babes with mommy milkers, then by all means join my stream once get it. It should be on the 30th. And also, Didi, how do you like your new phone, by the way?
And it gets the job done. I mean,
yeah, it's actually just really something.
Also, I just want to get this out of the way. I personally think the PS4 is an overrated console. Like, yeah, it may have been good at the time, but the whole lack of backwards compatibility thing just really killed it for me.
That's basically why PS1 and PS2 are best.
And also, Sony
and PS3.
Does PS5 have backwards? Who's it?
Backwards compatibility.
Yeah. Because that's why I stuck to Nintendo consoles when it came to the PS4. Because I'm like, well, why the hell do I want this thing when I can't play games I've had since the first generation?
Like, there are some games I like for the PS4. Both Spider-Man games are an example, as well as Ghost of Tsushima. But overall, I would give the PS4 like a 6 out of 10 at best.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, the PS4, especially since
a definite 10.
Especially since Sony decided to go woke and basically chug soy milk up their ass.
Oh,
yeah,
11 out of 10.
Speaking of Amazon, I was looking for Tobin's spirit guide, from Ghostbusters. And I found one that looks like the actual book from the movie, but the comment said, Jesus, who hired this guy to write this? Because their grammar is atrocious. Evidently, commas don't exist in their thing. And they suggested going for the green cover or the red cover of the book, where, you can read it without wanting to gouge your eyes out because it's so grammatically horrible.
Dear God, what the hell did they do? Hire Chris Chan to write it?
Oh my God!
Well, they probably hired a Wokey because it was a 2016 edition.
So Chris Chan gone woke. So Chris Chan.
I'm talking about Wokies who were claiming that only men didn't like the 2016 Ghostbusters. I'm like, woman here grew up with the first 2 Ghostbusters movies, used to pretend to be a Ghostbuster with my older brother using vacuum tubes to pretend they were the guns. And I didn't like the 2016 movie. I got no problem with female Ghostbusters. I got a problem with trying to be like, girl, vagina joke, girl, hot supermodel to play the Annie Potts character. So people are going to wonder how the hell he ended up with one of the ugly chicks when he's out of their league. You know why I like Annie Potts? Attractive, but not so attractive where you're wondering how she ended up with what's-his-face from the first movie who was a demon dog.
Oh, yeah. Basically,
Also, no. Go on.
And plus, don't forget, freaking Afterlife actually takes place with Egon's grandson. So this is actually might be a little bit interesting.
I am excited for Afterlife, and when I heard that the director wanted them to include the 2016 2015 Ghostbusters because they were going to reference the first two movies, which makes sense because it's a sequel to the first two movies. But they were also going to reference the cartoons and stuff. I'm like, oh, no. This is its own universe. You can't be in an afterlife when it's its own universe. I've never been so happy for something to not be linked to the Ghostbusters mythos in my whole life.
Oh, that's great.
I'm a little indifferent towards most things Hollywood, Ghostbusters Afterlife included. I am kind of, sort of, somehow, maybe somewhat stoked for the new Dune movie, though.
Look,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't really know much about the Dune.
I saw the newest trailer for Afterlife. It looks awesome. And I love them casting What's-Her-Face from Stranger Things to be Egon's granddaughter. Because, let's be honest, she basically looks like a female Egon.
Yeah, and I'm really going to say, I actually really enjoy it, and I really hope to see it, come Thanksgiving. But I'm also trying to save
my dad and I, we haven't seen a movie since Age of Ultron together. So he told me, I just saw a thing for this thing called Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to see it. And he says, I kind of want to see it too.
Sorry,
so
I had to put the clothes in the washer.
Well, we're just talking about
that's fine,
Ghostbusters Afterlife. But my dad and I are probably going to see Ghostbusters.
Do you think Afterlife will be genuinely good? I mean, I'm going to stay skeptical because, Sony's behind it.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm going in with really low expectations.
Look. As long as they don't reference 2016, and as long as they don't say, look, we got a couple females who are helping with the ghosts now, it's already better than what we got with 2016. Because I'm sorry, if you have to say, if the only thing you have to say about your fucking thing is female cast, then you failed because you're basically hoping, well, girl, that should get you to like it. No, it don't. It's the same with dumbing down the male characters just so the female will look good by comparison. You're not making me like the female. You're making me hate that you had to dumb down the characters just so she can work. Hey,
exactly.
Get off those canvases, you damn cat.
And one thing I also want to throw out there too is this whole having to dumb down the male character. It's kind of like you winning a race against a man in a wheelchair. Did you really win that race, or did you just kind of cheat your way?
Basically, it's like the episode of South Park where Cartman thought he'd be able to win the Special Olympics by pretending
and he still lost anyway and got the special ed participation trophy.
I'm surprised the fucking Wokies haven't tried to ban that damn show yet.
Dionysus.
You would say don't tempt fate, but for like how fucking long they have not done it yet.
No offense, but the Wokies have already complained about the strong woman episode.
Don't tempt fate.
Oh yeah,
they've already complained about the strong independent woman character losing to her ex-boyfriend who's pretending to be trans.
It's South Park. What the hell can you do?
And what's funny is there's that episode about the whole.
Oh my god! Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
Say hello to the cat.
Hey,
hello, cat.
What's his name?
Cat.
Her name is Sweetums, and she keeps climbing on my bookshelf.
Let's eat the cat.
Yeah, I think I can attest to that.
Oh,
as I used to have a cat. I used to have a really young cat that likes to go into my room when I don't lock it.
Yeah, well, you see, my room is right next to the air conditioner in the living room. So rather than, put an air conditioner in my room, I can get enough airflow from the living room. So I leave my door open. And I could close my door, but then I'll be baking alive.
Mm.
Ooh.
But like I was saying though, you didn't really win that race. All you did was just basically win because you weren't even up against someone who was a worthy opponent. You're not a strong woman. You're just a sad, obnoxious woman. A great example would be Cheetah. Mamla. I refuse to call that bitch Cheetah. The scene was where He-Man, he's dead. Spoilers alert, I'm sorry. He-Man is dead in his own show. And so he's like, I died.
Look,
And
They did Tila dirty, man.
Look, I'll admit I'm not a He-Man
Oh wait, I got a better
fan.
name. She-Ma'am. Wait, was that name already invented?
Probably for the
Yeah,
She-Ra
fits
reboot.
perfectly. I'd say that shit fits like a glove.
Anyway, I'm not a He-Man fan. I only watched the episodes that were reruns with my older brother. But I know how it feels to have something you love to watch as a child basically being mangled by Hollywood trying to be hip and stuff with the crowd. Powerpuff Girls!
you know my fellow kid.
Powerpuff Girls!
Yeah. Also,
Kevin.
I mean, okay, Powerpuff Girls 2016, it was bad, but I'm going to rate it a mid. Like, you get a 5 compared to this. It gets a 4 because it gets 3 points for good animation. It is a damn good animation. But everything else,
it's really good animation.
the
rest of that
characters,
show sucked.
yeah, that's what absolutely butchers it. And of course, they can't say that because you're sexist and misogynistic for
Dick.
Also, in all fairness, the reason people are pissed is because Kevin Smith called it He-Man instead of Tila. What do you think people, fans of the show, were going to react when you basically made it seem like we're going to meet up with He-Man again? Nope, we're going to kill He-Man off and have Tila be the focus. Why not call it the Tila Show or Tila, Warrior of Grayskull or whatever, Basically give people an idea of what to expect so they're not disappointed when they fucking see it.
Well, that's the thing. You see, they just actually find a tendency to actually, hype up people and then, cut their expectations off when, the actual thing comes in. Sort of like, The Last of Us 2, when they actually freaking killed off Joel. I'm never forgiving freaking Naughty Dog for what they did, so fuck Naughty Dog.
It was Neil Cuckman that was Neil Cuckman.
Fuck Neil Cuckman.
They gave us Man Bear Pig
with a rusted chainsaw up his sphincter, man.
And here's the thing.
I want to go up to Kevin Smith and be like, first of all, I'm very disappointed in you. I loved all your films growing up, but I'm very disappointed with you. Second of all, how would you like it if someone just took one viewing of Clerks and decided, oh, I know everything about Clerks, and just changed it to be completely different? Would you be okay with that, Kevin? If the answer is no, then now you can see why He-Man fans were pissed.
And not just that, but how the hell do you do it? How the hell does Ed Boon and Kevin and anyone else who used to be cool back in the day drink that soy milk and go woke? Like, again, you got Ed Boon. Like,
don't forget Jerry.
Still trying to figure out how most of our heroes drank the whole soy milk.
Like,
don't forget fucking Jerry, because I am not forgetting that bullshit where he said anime is sexist, yet he basically made Boobsy McGee from Krypton.
Exactly. Like, how do you go from being this Chad to being this fucking incel? How do you... that's the evolution right there.
Return
Oh, hey. Well,
I have to
in GT for life right now. What's up, guys?
I have to say something. Hey, could I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I would
I'm
rather
busy
take
chasing my
Amy
cat out of
Herring.
my room again.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'd rather
Whoa,
take Amy
guys.
Herring. And...
Let us Spectre continue. Right.
There we go. I would rather take Amy Herring, the real creator of Uncharted, over Neil Druckmann. And to add insult to injury, she's an actual woman. So suck it, SJWs.
Yeah, like I mean, remember
Wait.
Kirkman.
The person who did the first game was a woman. They replaced her with this asshole, and then
No, the first
Wokies are.
three.
Yeah, remember the writer for The Last of Us was a woman, and Neil Kirkman fired her because she did a good job.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Uncharted.
Yeah, he's really not interested in meritocracy because meritocracy is racist, it's sexist, and misogynist.
I mean, this is like the whole Bayonetta thing, or Rising of the Shield Hero, where everyone was like, "Oh, it obviously was a man who made this," and then they find out it's a woman, and everyone backpedals like, "Well, obviously they have internal misogyny."
Of course,
yeah, that's backpedaling in the highest order.
Because they can't accept that, maybe women know this is bullshit to blame men for every fucking problem.
My personal favorite to this day is the fact that Redo of Healer has a huge female fan base.
Oh, here's something that'll piss the Wokies off even more.
I didn't know that.
You know She-Ra? It was only made because He-Man was more popular with girls than boys.
Well, maybe because He-Man is an attractive male character.
Well, funny you should mention that, considering the assets He-Man's got.
Also, if I'm not mistaken,
yes, but my point is more popular with girls than boys, and it was marketed to boys, but. Mattel wasn't like, you know what, we got to cancel it like they did with Teen Titans, because that was the reason Teen Titans was canceled, was because it was more popular with girls than boys. I'm like, why the fuck would you cancel a show just because it's more popular with girls instead of boys? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I guess they want to kind of separate it. I don't know. The mentality.
Hasbro and Mattel were like, you know what? Instead of canceling it and basically shooting ourselves in the foot when it comes to money, let's market to this untapped potential we didn't see coming.
See, that's
funny. By the way, what's funny?
She-Ra show, that newer She-Ra show looks good on paper, but you can't help.
That wasn't fucking She-Ra. That was the woman
that
got to do its own story.
Now, I will say this. I'm
talking about the anime-looking one, the one that looks. You know how Avatar looks like.
The 2016 or whatever. But I will say this though.
That was not She-Ra. That was the story that what's her face, Noelle something, wanted to do. But Netflix was like, yeah, we don't think it'll work. So they gave her She-Ra, and she decided to reskin her story as She-Ra. That's what it was.
The thing is about that, it looks good on paper, but it's not really all that good when you see the actual show. I just don't feel anything.
What pisses me off about it is they had this young artist, this young lady on Twitter who did drawings of old school Mermissa, and they attacked a child for doing old school Mermissa instead of, oh, hey, here's reskinned, vaguely ethnic Mermissa.
Oh, yeah,
so they would attack a child over that.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh yeah,
Didi, you remember?
Anymore, ain't it?
Oh, Didi, you remember way back the Steven Universe? There's that
15-year-old
I heard that 1,000 times
because
over,
of
man.
fans
That
being
shit is-
upset about her drawing rose quartz skinny, and it's like the Crewniverse themselves says it's not going to impact canon, and then the joke's on those assholes because it turned out that this particular rose quartz was actually Pink Diamond, who was a skinny fucking bitch.
And it's just, again, it comes down to, dude, it's fiction. It's just art. Calm the fuck down.
You know, and that's the same thing with this, this diabetic named Yakuza Western Killer, aka Joshua.
I call him Fat Boy, but okay.
I call him Butch the 40 from Cool Cat.
I call him by his real name, Joshua. Now, the thing is, he assumes that I'm part of some Justice League of Weebs or whatever. First of all,
that actually sounds awesome.
Well, first of all, I have my own fucking group. And
I would prefer something like Teen Titans or the Avengers.
Oh, I didn't know that was you.
Oh. Well,
I'm more thinking Band of the Weebhawks.
Like I said, I have my own group, and he's just assuming that I'm just a fucking groupie weeaboo person. No, he's the one who's a groupie and a fucking weeaboo. That's what he is with a dead ass fucking channel. And I said in my video about him. Huh?
Yeah, good. You can finish up, but
because because I made a video calling this fat fuck out, and like he just assumes that I'm just some future offender, like allegedly, like Mr. Anime. Is like, don't make accusations like that. I'm not no fucking future offender. Okay? I have a problem with shit like that. And like Redo of Healer is not some anime. I'm like, oh, it's so great. No, it's was what it was. I feel like there was it. Like the sex in there, it wasn't no need for all of that. I just wish it was more action, and KR was personality was a little bit more different, or wasn't just batshit insane, But that's just my opinion on Redo of Healer. If it had more action and story, I would have enjoyed it a whole lot more. Not saying I hated it, but it can do without all that sex or even rape. But he doesn't understand that because he's not looking at it from a point of view of mine as a Dragon Ball fan who doesn't care about a lot of those types of anime too much, but he's looking at it from his point of view, thinking that I'm some weeaboo when I'm far from a weeaboo. Actually, I stated in the past, I like comic books better than anime. I just like anime is a very close second. So I don't know where he's getting off by saying I'm a weeb. If anything, I'm a fucking nerd.
That opinion still stands even by now? Or did you change your mind?
No, I've always felt this way ever since I was a kid. Comic books was always a fave of mine. I always had
this.
It's
just, with stuff like I Am Not Starfire, Marvel's Champion.
Oh, God.
And
no, we're not. No. We don't talk. Us real comic book fans, we don't talk about those.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like to
Sorry,
joke
my bad.
I like to joke when
My bad.
people do reviews.
Did not mean to bring that up.
When people do reviews of I Am Not Starfire, I like to put in the comments, yeah, you're diabetic.
One thing I did tell Mr. A about the whole Butch the 40s shit is, first off, this guy clearly again has no fucking life because his anime YouTube channel is supposed to be dedicated to talking about anime stuff, but yet he dedicated.
Actually, I'm looking at his about page. It's supposed to be about AMVs and stuff like that. That's what it's supposed to be about. But
either way, he dedicated 3 to 4 videos about bullying basically Mr. A, and again, this fat fuck has no damn life. And I told him. I told him that I told Mr. A, just ignore this fat bastard because all he's doing is waiting for you to say something, slip up, and that way he can get his rocks off. I would say masturbate, but I'm pretty sure this fat fuck
does that a lot.
Exactly, he has no fucking dick. He has no fucking dick or balls. He's just a damn blob of a man.
And then I said in my video about him that this wasn't the last time he's gonna make a video, because remember he said, "Oh, you are a monster" video. Actually, he said that he was gonna stop making videos on Mr. Anime 343. I knew he wasn't gonna stop.
He has a fucking obsessive crush on Mr. Anime.
He has a fucking secret man crush on him. And like I said,
can we let Mr.
I knew he wasn't gonna stop making videos on him. I only made one video. My one video on Joshua means way more than any of the videos that he can make on anybody else.
Okay,
because the guy's
what do you want to say, Mr. Anime?
Okay, yeah, guys, if I can interject here, first off, we're actually we're known as the Council of Weebs. We're like an inner circle for the Otaku Squad, which is my fan base. The Otaku Squad is the fan base, but the Council of Weebs is the inner circle.
Yeah.
If you guys actually haven't noticed, yesterday I was actually being accused of being a pedo by a couple of idiots on Twitter, of all places. And I didn't be able to respond much since I was working yesterday.
Well, that explains why
that lolicon stuff, so I wouldn't really be in around.
Well, that explains why I didn't hear anything until today. Because believe me, if I still had a Twitter account, I'd be dragging their asses up and down the street.
It's still hilarious. Yeah. It's still hilarious how that one idiot was saying I was somehow a pedo.
Whoa. Okay, let me finish. Okay. Basically, another thing that really got me going was basically not only Yakuza Western Killer still going at me about that crap. Then these idiots actually start bringing my erotic fan fictions, saying that I'm actually sexualizing fictional anime girls doing like lewd stuff, and basically it's just ridiculous. They don't use their brain cells as much if they actually have any brains.
I made erotica.
These are probably
we're living in the age of idiocracy there, Mr. A.
These are probably the guys who... These are probably the same guys who fapped to My Little Pony erotic fic.
You know what's funny is
oh my god, do not get me started on the
insult
to injuries. Good lord.
The fact that people would actually whack off
fetish, dear God, what
really
the fuck
makes me want to vomit in my fucking mouth.
It's absolutely hilarious how that one bastard was saying he saw my name at Dionysus, and the idiot's like, oh, Dionysus, that's one of the Roman gods that were a pedophile, and it's like, first of all, dude, you know a lot about pedophilia, and I'm kind of wondering, are you self-projecting?
That's when you do the GIF of the reverse card. That's when you do the GIF of the reverse card.
I'm like, you really on about this pedophilia stuff. Is there something you're not telling me?
Exactly, because if I ask you guys, who's Dionysus? What are you going to say? The Greek god of wine, right? Like 9 times out of 10.
I thought it was an anime character, so I'm not going to lie.
I thought you just made that name off the top of your head. Seriously.
Okay, so both y'all don't know.
Like a Greek god.
Dionysus
anyway,
is the Greek god of wine.
Dionysus finished. Good, Dionysus.
But like I was saying, there's just Dionysus is the Greek god of wine, and also he's the Greek god of entertainment. That's how I got my name, since I'm doing YouTube and Twitch. So it's kind of like a little joke thing of Dionysus. But anyway, this idiot also there was a Dionysus cult that was dedicated to having hot sex orgies, which I'm all about that culture. So yay there. But this idiot was looking at my name and saying, "Oh, that's one of the pedos." And here's the thing, first and foremost, back then, the whole age of consent was young because, you're going to die, right? You gotta, at 15, have a baby to,
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe married his 13-year-old cousin because people did not live that long back in Edgar Allan Poe's time. You had to marry teenagers in order to ensure you would be able to have a child before you died.
Exactly, and it's just, again, how the fuck do you know that freaky deaky little knowledge about any god being a pedophile unless you are a connoisseur of that kind of shit, you sick motherfucker? I guarantee
it just takes some research or reading.
I guarantee you he's a fucking Cuties fan. Guarantee you.
I mean, well, this is like the whole thing a year or so back with...
I doubt he's a Cuties fan, but he is a fat fuck.
With a statue.
If he was a Cuties fan.
With
what's this about a statue there, D&D girl?
A year or so back, someone made a statue of Medusa with the severed head of, I think it was Perseus, who was the one that killed her.
Yes.
And they basically said it was to show how she wouldn't be a victim anymore. I'm like, first off, it wasn't Perseus who raped her. It's a shame that Perseus killed her, but he didn't know her backstory. It was Poseidon that raped her. And second of all, Athena got pissed because Poseidon raped her in one of her temples. And Athena was like, bitch, how dare you have sex in one of my temples? I'm going to curse you. And it's like, well, if anyone needs to be punished, it's Poseidon and Athena because this poor girl didn't get a say on this happening to her.
That's
well, remember,
that sounds like an awesome God of War story.
Greek mythology is so fucked up, man.
But remember, though, women don't hurt women. They're all precious little angels who are just made of pixie dust.
Yeah, what a little bit.
They're
big,
not.
Fat lot of crap.
Just like men.
Again,
Buddy saw through that shit a million years ago.
And in the trash can in the girls' locker room.
Again, that story sounds like an awesome God of War story. Not gonna lie.
It does.
Just insert Kratos in there, and yeah.
And also, it turns out that Yakuza Western Killer also got the information on me from my doxer, the Holmes, formerly known as Booty Warrior Light.
Can you get a restraining order against the Holmes?
I think you need a restraining order on Fat Ass because this is bullying. This is harassment, and I already reported his ass. Didi did. I don't know about you other guys.
I believe you need more than a restraining order there, Mr. A. I believe
all
you
of
need
this over a fucking show.
Actually, no. To defeat him, just throw a carrot at him, and he will have a panic attack. No, health food. It hurts us. It hurts us.
He won't even go that far. He will get a heart attack and die from all that fat clogging up his heart. So yeah.
Well, anyway, I was bullied relentlessly by the girls in the locker room when it came to PE. I had my stuff thrown in the trash can, and I'd be late for my final class because I'd have to find my shit. I missed my entire last class one time when I was in middle school because they threw my gym bag that had my school uniform in the trash can, and I couldn't find it until I finally decided to check the trash can again. And I got in trouble for missing that period. And it's like, someone threw my gym bag in the trash can and I couldn't find it. What did you want me to do? Come in my gym uniform and get yelled at for not having my regular school uniform on? I couldn't win. And these bitches were on the cheerleading squad.
Oh, God.
So I wasn't.
Oh, dear fucking Lord.
So how dare I blame them for my misery? And this is how much worse it is because I'm still heavy set, but I was the fat poor girl. So how dare I, the fat poor girl, accuse the pretty cheerleaders of being fucking monsters to me?
Of course. Fucking course.
Women are not fucking innocent. Any Wookiees watching, you can suck my fucking clit because not every woman is a victim. Women can be vicious little whores too. You know how many men have gotten their lives ruined because of lying whores?
Exactly.
Yeah. Also,
right there.
But no, I mean it's fucked up because these SJWs, these Wookiees look at these Wookiees look at women as precious little objects, and yet. Here, you got Didi's fucking story. You got Amber Heard. You got Monica Yao. You got insert bitch here who did bitch things. And yet, to these damn idiots, they have this damn incel simple mentality with the whole milady is innocent because she's milady.
Yeah, how about I rip their
really
dicks off and
standards for what a woman is.
How about I rip their dicks off and say, am I still milady, innocent of cruel things, you fucking simp bastard?
And not just that, but like, I kind of, Didi, I kind of know how you feel with the whole being tormented at fucking high school, middle school. I couldn't even take a goddamn shit in the motherfucking bathroom without these little bastards coming in and throwing a goddamn garbage can at me. right? I couldn't walk home from school or go back home because every fucking step they would try to trip me, they try to push me, and God forbid if I defended myself, because according to the principal, all they had to do was say, "Dio nice." I'm not going to use my real name, of course. Dio nice is it, motherfucker. You hit first.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. If
Did you
I'm
beat someone's ass in school? You had to beat someone's ass.
I'm gonna do
Let
if
me
I
tell you
ever
about my really sad, miserable high school story.
Personally, I'm about aggravating my bully to beat me up while the principal wanted to then, tackles him and then put him in detention. That's what I'm about.
if I
Aggravating
ever
them.
if I'm ever blessed with a child, be it adoption, I deliver them from my loins, or I become like a godparent or something, and I've agreed to take the child in should one of my siblings or whatever die. I'm gonna if I ever get called in about them fighting, and I find out that they didn't fight back, but they're still getting detention, I'm gonna be like, okay, you listen up here. This little shit starts crap with you again, you finish it. Because if you're gonna get punished anyway, I want you to deserve the punishment.
Exactly. But again,
And if the
feel like
principal is
school is
like,
fucking
you
stupid.
can't tell your child to do that, I'm gonna be like, fuck you. If my child's gonna get punished despite not fighting back, I'm making sure they deserve to be punished. So
and
you can either just tell the little shit here he's getting detention and my child is not getting detention, or you can deal with the little shit getting several of his permanent teeth knocked out. You decide your principalness.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, when I would defend myself or anything, I would still get in trouble even at home because the bastard that and I hate calling her my mother, but the thing I have to call mother.
The egg donor, let's say that. The egg donor.
The egg donor. He would take any opportunity to beat my motherfucking ass. And he had this long ass paddle, like 2 feet long, 1 inch thick with holes drilled inside, and he would weld on my ass like no fucking tomorrow. And he would always say some stupid cheesy ass lines like, "Be afraid, boy, be afraid."
Did you beat his ass?
Oh, here's the best part. He died nice and slowly of throat cancer. And the only thing I regret was not getting to see him die.
Oh, wow.
Karma. That's karma.
Yeah,
that's... I believe karma is the best kind of revenge.
And if there is a hell...
It's basically an old Klingon proverb. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And if there is a hell, who I hope he's getting ass-fucked by every goddamn demon down there.
Yeah, in fact, I used to remember all the shit that my stepdad used to do, and my older sister too. Basically, he would actually freaking hit the both of us, take our toys away. He even actually used a freaking razor strap on us because we actually
I never let things go a certain way or a certain level. I'll just fight you. Fuck it. That's I just wouldn't let certain things slide. I'm sorry. I have to beat you up.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I just couldn't fucking win because every motherfucker, the bastard that I told you about, his other son, like, he was a full-grown adult, and he would enjoy putting his goddamn hands on me, and the egg donor would just allow it. She would even say, "You have my permission to slap him."
Honestly,
I hope you're no contact with the egg donor now.
Dude.
No.
You've got one rather fucked up family.
Oh no, it's just the bitch. Everyone else is okay. It's just her. She's a deadbeat drunk, by the way.
Same thing with my egg donor as well. Basically, she's the one who actually freaking allowed that abusive punk of a stepdad actually freaking abusing me because
God, I didn't go through that.
Oh man! Basically, that was just the tip of the iceberg, though. Freaking one time, He actually pointed a gun at my mom and threatened to freaking kill her.
Wow.
Okay, guys, I gotta say something. I gotta say something. Listen, this is a lot of personal information that you guys are giving out, and you never know who might use it against you. So be careful. That's why I don't talk about personal stuff at all, because you never know what creepy fuck is watching. So you might want to tread carefully when doing that. Never disclose personal. Like Mr. Anime 343, you said in your recent video you masturbate to cartoons. I'm sorry, I say this to most people. You're not supposed to disclose that information. Stuff like that you have to keep to yourself.
And
you don't know what.
And not just that, but oh, sorry, man. Sorry, go on.
I'm sorry. You know, it's like you just got to keep. You can't be on the internet spreading your personal information. People are creeps on here. They will use that against you. You know, you already know this. I already know the type of person Yakuza Western Killer is. Trust me, I've been around people like that. You know, like, listen. And those are the people I would beat the shit out of. Listen. You cannot be spreading that kind of personal information by yourself on the internet where there's fucking assholes and creeps on here like that. You can't do it.
Not even your real name?
No, hell no.
No.
Then they'll fucking try to find out who you are.
Why do you think I always use my fake name?
I've been doxxed before, okay?
No, my name actually is Dee Dee the Shriek Queen.
Yeah, basically, I'm already doxxed.
Sorry for asking.
I think I've already...
Kiwi Farms.
But one thing I do want to throw out there, like, I mean, you do have a point, though. Like, I mentioned this in the video 2 weeks ago when, I don't know if it's your dad or whoever, but when they came in to kind of, you know, chew you out and made you like, oh, damn, this is kind of awkward. I believe, to this day, I still believe you should delete that video because you don't know if some asshole is going to, you know, like Fat Betty is going to fucking use that against you.
That or at least cut the part out where you got yelled at, if nothing else.
Exactly, because, again, he is going to make you into his Chris Chan.
You're talking about that video I made on him?
No. When we were doing a live stream 2 weeks ago. And,
yeah,
you know,
with Mr. Anime. Me and Dionysus were there, and one of Mr. Anime's family members came in yelling.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I really think you should delete that as well as, like, you know...
Or at least remove the part with the yelling relative.
Yeah,
who are you really talking about here? Mr. Anime?
Yeah. And also, like, what Arcane was also saying, too, is be careful with what you say, because you're using your actual face. See, I can say and do whatever I want. Because,
I believe... Wait a minute, hold on. So there was someone who came on stream and started yelling on Mr. Anime's...
Oh, no.
It was a family member to Mr. Anime. He came into Mr. Anime's room and was yelling.
I'm pretty certain Yakuza Western Killer already saw... No, Joshua already saw that. You think he would give a shit? He's focusing on you being a pedo. That's what he's more focused on.
Well, yeah,
he's trying to frame you for that. I don't think he's
Fat boy, if it weren't for the fact I don't want someone seeing my fat ass, I'd take a picture of my clit and say, take a good look, because you're never going to touch one.
Ooh. Oh! But like what Archie was saying, though. Like,
calm down, Dee. You're gonna give Yakuza Western Killer a big fat heart attack.
Because here's the thing, like Arcane was saying, you should be careful because you're using your actual face. Like, you know, we can say whatever. I mean, granted, it's not names and shit, but my character can be what I usually do is the whole I am the great Dionysus, I kind of hem it up and shit. I can do that and say any kind of kinky, freaky, geeky shit that I want because no one's going to know who the fuck I am. I don't put out any information that'll say, okay, this motherfucker lives here, right? But like you're using your actual face. You saying you masturbate and shit like that. I don't really know how to explain it, but you know, it's different than when I or someone else here would say it because again, you're using your actual face, and somebody could use you as a meme and like kind of like I masturbate to cartoon girls and something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not like whichever avatar I use, depending on if I'm on my iPhone or my iPad, where it's like, well, gee, Dungeons and Dragons thing. Could make fun of her for that, but
Sorry
then
about
I get
that.
a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons.
It happens.
Yeah, I hate when that shit happens so much. Shit is so stupid. Like I said,
basically, if you're trying to actually, I can understand because I've actually been mean to a few times because, you know, I kind of find it annoying because basically someone used it during their live stream, but I'm not freaking holding any grudges against it. Heck, if anyone watching is my Facebook, I'm not freaking gonna play like Subaru or freaking like freaking anyone else that actually says, "Oh, this is harassment." I don't fucking care. I seriously
this
don't.
shit is fucking ridiculous because these people, like, okay, hold on. Let me say this. Joshua here made a whole script on you, trying to talking shit about you with his other video. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, what grown ass man?
No, dude, he ain't a man.
Get
not
online and makes a fucking script on a just to talk about him.
Also, okay. Like, this dude ain't a man. He's got, what the fuck in the name of God is that noise?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Sounds like a cat.
It's my dog, Sirius. She doesn't like when I talk to people, so she comes up for attention. Then I pet her, but then she sees I'm still focusing on my phone, so she decides to make noise.
Oh, God.
Hello?
That's why she's actually so growly, because basically you're not giving her attention? Good Lord.
I'm petting her, but she sees I'm still on my phone, so she's like, "You're still not paying attention to me. Hit pets aren't enough." And I'm just sitting here like any other time when I'm not talking to people, I want to cuddle with you, and you're like, yeah.
So, yeah, like, listen, when I made my video on him, I just straight up just recorded, edited, and did what I did. I'm not going to make a whole script on another fucking person, period. That's
also, whenever I do my videos, my script is everything I actually say comes straight out, because basically I'm actually just being honest with, like, my fans.
Yeah,
okay?
Like, what is up with this script bullshit? Why does people need a script?
Yeah, I always kind of prefer just to do it, by heart, if you will. Like, it comes from the heart. But no, like, okay. By the way,
anyway,
like,
really.
Speaking of fat bastards, is BT Cucker Dog still on Twitter?
I don't know. Probably.
Wow. Who's the fucking what now?
Underdog BT. He's actually, like, a simp for Monica Rial, and he's actually a Kick Dick member.
Oh, I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And he's kind of creepy as hell, because I'm not giving names because I don't want them harassed on Twitter. But someone said they used to be in a face group with him, and he talked about all the terrible things he would do to Monica. Now, I might not be a fan of Monica, but no one deserves what was described.
Jeez. Yeah, not even a Kick Dick member?
Detroit.
Dude, like,
not even a Kick Dick member.
What the fuck is wrong with Funimation? God damn, just dub the freaking voices of my favorite characters and just fucking move on with your shit.
Yeah. But I mean, they can't whatever
they just want to pander this to the wokies, as, like, D&D girl would say, and try to actually, act like, they're morally righteous, just like, what they're doing in fucking Hollywood.
But they're really assholes.
But the great thing is their whole only black characters should be voiced by black people thing's going to come to bite them in the ass, because people are starting to ask, well, why aren't Japanese characters being played by Japanese people?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it sucks for people like Vic and stuff,
aren't
but
they
it's
technically being voiced by Japanese people?
Monica and stuff.
I mean, aren't they being voiced by...
it's like what Mad Matt said. It's actually because, these people don't actually understand that meritocracy is.
No, they do not.
Okay, just one
they
question.
Can look up the whole definition of the word meritocracy, and they'd still not get it.
Okay,
But,
just one question.
Thing, guys. What's
Hold
up?
on, 78 wanted to say something.
So, isn't the whole being voiced by Japanese person thing already a thing in the subbed version?
Well, yeah, but we're talking about dubs.
Yeah, Japanese American. Because wokies are like, well, if it's a black character, they should be voiced by a black person. We're gonna ignore all the white characters black people voice all the time, but it should only be black people voicing the black characters. Never realizing that by that logic, only Japanese Americans should be voicing Japanese American characters.
Exactly. But of course, it doesn't fit the narrative, though.
Or what about like the fact that Samuel L. Jackson actually did the voice of Jin Rummy, a freaking white dude in the Boondocks?
You know, I have
too.
The thing is like, whatever happened to not listening to nonsense from smaller? They want to keep that mentality. Okay, here's the thing. They say companies don't listen to nonsense from people who are consumers. Okay, then why do they listen to all these woke people? It's like, well, you know, it's because they make us money. Okay, now I see. It's because they make you money. That's the excuse. Man, I'm sick of this double standard.
Evidently not, because every movie that I've seen since any movies that have come out since like the Sonic movie that have been woke have fucking failed, and then the wokies are pissed when like Sonic succeeds and they're like, and it's like, because y'all didn't go see y'all woke crap. And I don't want to see y'all woke crap, so that's why I went and saw the Sonic movie instead.
I know I'm going to sound incredibly stupid, but isn't the Sonic movie technically should have been made by Japan, since, well, the creator himself is Japanese? Or am I overthinking it?
Actually, Sega and stuff were cool with Paramount. And the original reason I went to see the Sonic movie was to show my support to Paramount for, you know, actually listening to the fans when they said, "Dear God, this design for Sonic is horrifying," and went back and fixed it.
Oh yeah.
And the wokies are like, "Oh, you say you bowed down to these people. Now they want more." I'm like, kind of like you assholes who get pissy when your movie fails, but y'all didn't go to see it. Huh?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's fucking stupid.
If y'all are
they need to make a new Dragon Ball movie. I'm still waiting for a Dragon Ball live action. I'm still waiting for a new Dragon Ball live action. Because Dragon Ball Evolution did not do it for me.
Hey,
Yeah.
Okay, if there ever had to be a live action adaptation you would direct, what IP would it be?
What do you mean? Like, you know, like
what if you were the director of a live action adaptation of your favorite franchise?
I would
take
it from the source material and do it.
While
putting my own.
I was making a Botan's live action. I'd make it get as close to the source material as humanly possible.
Yeah,
I would take Star Wars. I would take Star Wars, redo those movies, have Finn be the one in focus, because everyone I've talked to was like, I kind of wish it had been Finn. I was more curious about Finn than I fucking was about fucking Rey. And I'm like, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for a female representation, but we had Leia and stuff. And when I saw Finn, I'm like, a stormtrooper that broke the conditioning. I want to know what's going on. But no, because he was black and we have to appease China, they focused on Rey, the white girl.
China? More like blood China.
Yeah,
also
like
another thing.
China is as who?
Yeah, like I said.
Guys, if I could add something here. The reason why I didn't delete that live stream, or like, you know, I actually do anything like that, because basically, I want to show people that I'm human. Basically, humans have flaws. And I'm actually, at the end of the day, you know, we're actually just human beings trying to live life as much as possible without, you know, being like NPCs, like, you know, all these, like, you know, Twitterati idiots over on social media trying to, push this narrative that, we're the bad guys. We're actually this and that. No, at the end of the day, we're still just basic human beings.
Man, I'm just a standalone Dragon Ball fan.
And if you delete some videos that you made a mistake about...
Oh, also, Didi.
Whoa, guys. Let Mad Matt have the floor here.
Yeah, if y'all permit me to put on my tinfoil hat and regale you with some conspiracy theorist nonsense, what if all that woke bullshit we've been force-fed down our gullets was actually all by design?
It is by design.
It was all part of some big major plan to demoralize us so that we don't have any say in what happened.
Exactly.
That's exactly what's going on, Mad Matt. You're not wrong. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I've seen this one YouTube video that was talking about how what these idiots are doing is taking our heroes and turning them into shit. Like the Picard movie, TV series, Picard flat out just says, "I love you, Data." Why? It was never hinted. All they're doing, the best way I can describe it is, what these wokies are doing is taking our comic books or heroes and just drawing penises on them and saying, "They're gay now, they're black now."
Okay, hold on. Let me say something about
that. Data nonsense. That shit was
I have a question.
out of nowhere.
No offense to Next
Generation
fans.
Something.
No offense to Next.
I just.
Oh, guys. Let D&D talk here. Go ahead.
No offense to Next Generation fans. Believe me, I love Next Generation. But if we're using Data, wouldn't Data technically be a sex bot or something? Basically a blow-up doll in a sense. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm more a fan of Deep Space Nine, to be honest.
I gotta say something. I really don't have a problem with the new design of Tila from He-Man. The problem is that they're trying to force this crap down our throats, and you don't kill off the main hero of the story just so you can pander to these people who do not care about you. You should have just
call it the Tila show or something.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Design, if you want my honest opinion.
Oh, also,
Matt, if I could actually say something here, I'm actually going to pull a page from your book here. And I know that this is actually, towards your conspiracy theory, but I just actually want to add a little emphasis on this. So why don't you come a little closer? A little closer.
Go tempt fate!
Hey, so I have a question.
I believe fate was already tempted a long time ago. We just didn't see it coming.
You know how many times people tempt fate? Come on, man.
Well, that's like Bubba's brother saying, "I'm waiting for the trans Wonder Woman." It's like, we might as well talk about it now because fate has already been tempted.
Exactly. Oh, also, before I forget, Didi, what time is it at your time zone? Mine's 1:05.
I have 12:05.
Okay, so you all want... Okay.
I'm 1:05 too.
Oh, no. The reason why I was asking is because me and her are going to do a Dungeons and Dragons thing on the 7th, so I just want to make sure that the time zone wouldn't be an issue. But okay, I got it now.
Yeah, I got 1:05 as well, so...
Guys?
Yep.
So I have a question. So they don't push politics, they have sexy women, and they have explosions, but why is Michael Bay so hated? Like, his films are hated.
I think it's just because of the whole over-the-top explosions, and that's all he really knows how to write.
Not to mention the
not really good writing, if you ask me.
Not to mention the lowbrow humor stuff, like the whole "I'm just beneath the testicles."
There's that one.
That was just cringe.
Yeah, there's that one little Transformer thing that when he transformed his gun weapon thing was his penis.
I'm wondering because the Michael Bay movies are everything. the Michael Bay movies are everything in SJW hates, so I just wondered why they're still hated. That's all.
It's just the over-the-top explosions, and it's basically all Michael Bay know how to write.
Honestly, I don't hate the Transformers movies, but I wish they were more accurate to the source material. Don't have a problem with the movie.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but it was TMNT 2014 alongside the 2012 show that got me into TMNT as a whole. So
that's fine. I mean, like people hate on you for anything at this point, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, as long as you're not SJW hating on something, you're okay. I mean, SJWs hate anything that is fun. When a fan hates something, it's because something was inaccurate. Now, yeah, you got your toxic fans, but the hate that He-Man is getting is justified because there's a bait and switch. You didn't give us He-Man, you gave us Wham-Man, and no one wanted that.
Look, I'm sorry. When you call it He-Man, people are going to expect He-Man. Now, if you called it Tila, Warrior of like Grayskull or something, they could be upset, but they can't get mad because it's not basically saying, oh, we're going to make you think He-Man is going to be the main focus.
Hey, you remember that that meme picture that I sent you on the Discord, right? With the woman was ordering a chicken sandwich and the cashier was like, okay, you get the hamburger.
I said if that were me, I'd be jumping over the counter and forcing it down their throat saying, I asked for a fucking chicken sandwich. I demand my chicken sandwich. Choke, you fucking whore. Choke.
I just saw the Nostalgia Critic out of taking out contact videos. So I just saw a Nostalgia Critic taking out contact videos, and one of the things he just said was that He-Man was gay. Why couldn't they keep He-Man alive?
It's a thing.
He-Man was never really gay. He-Man was never really gay. It's that whole
the fact that he wore like pink trunks or something, and his regular outfit was like a pink top. Because apparently men can't wear pink and be straight.
And what's funny is, there's a character.
I heard a lot of jokes growing up about He-Man being gay because he's kind of half naked and being muscular.
Plus, his hairstyle kind of looks like something a girl would have.
Dude, if anything is gay, it's Astolfo. That's gay. He-Man is not gay.
I like Astolfo.
Well,
give it time.
Aren't they technically traps, though?
I know, but it's still kind of, how he's dressed like that. But people want to make excuses, say, oh, He-Man's a faggot. But Astolfo, oh, he's cool. No.
Just give it time, DBZ. They've already fucked up Tila. I'm sure eventually, if the show lasts for another season, they'll have He-Man go up to Fisto and say, hey, cutie.
I just don't understand.
It's not going to be fake because it's happened before.
And the art style of this new He-Man show is so good, but they just mess it up.
Yes, it is like 10 out of 10 good.
Yeah, and the animation
the worst part. The animation
phenomenal, man. It looks so fucking good. How do you fuck up the story, man? God.
And the animation was just... I thought the animation was a mess, to be honest.
And then Kevin Smith just spits in our face and says, okay, this is the Cheetah show.
I really want to slap Kevin Smith in his mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what happened to D&D girl?
God damn it.
You're not missing much with Channel Bloody fucking awful, dude.
Yeah, and basically, another thing, the Council of Weebs is actually very diverse as hell. Basically, you can't say that I'm actually an istophobe because, I actually have,
Yeah. I'm the least istophobe to ever istophobe, dude.
Me personally, I'm just a guy who makes Dragon Ball content, calling out fake ass content creators who makes Dragon Ball content for money.
Wait a minute.
That shit.
I'm just waiting for a motherfucker to say I am a
Sorry, I got a call from a telemarketer saying $5 million has been released again. If you would like some of this money, please call this number. And it's like, you fucking interrupted me in a stream for this bullshit. The only reason I would interrupt the stream is if my doctor or something is calling. Never fucking call me again.
It's sort of like, you know,
form of scum this side of SJWs.
But like I was saying before, though, I'm just waiting for some dumb motherfuckers to then say I am a misogynist because I'm the least misogynist. Like, motherfucker, I'm a goddamn fanboy. I can't be a misogynist.
No backpedaling. Say you've got internalized misogyny, dude. Just wait.
I can't because that can only be Dee Dee, who's an actual woman. I'm technically still a man, just in a pretty little dress or a schoolgirl outfit.
Oh man, I wish we could actually have Revna on here. I bet you she could actually really freaking make these SJWs freaking go crazy.
Oh yeah, if you think about it, because there's comics and stuff by Vivzy Pop of Angel Dust wearing dresses and stuff. Angel is a trap as well.
I think isn't Angel Dust? I already knew Angel Dust was a homosexual.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of his whole thing, or not all his whole thing, but
and
still.
I've seen fan art of him, and I don't want to think about it, man.
Oh no. No,
did you put on the filter to avoid those particular pictures?
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta remember the filters.
I mean, I don't really put on filters because I don't give a shit. Listen. I'm trying to find edits to make like pretty much projects, and I'm trying to do some Dragon Ball shit. Like, okay, I'm trying to make Goku versus Shaggy.
Shaggy-san.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm about to make GT Goku go up against Shaggy. I'm about to have him. Man, listen.
You know what?
I love the Shaggy-san meme.
Let's put Shaggy up against Darkseid.
I want Akira Toriyama to make a character that's
will eradicate the universe. I think Shaggy will have a better chance fighting GT Goku than fucking Darkseid or fucking Trigon.
Seriously, I want a reference in DBZ and maybe a tournament, and you see this warrior come up in a green tunic and some brown trousers, and his name is like Shrubby or something, and it's a reference to Shaggy-san.
Yeah, because
Shaggy versus Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star.
Man, listen. Okay, if Kenshiro punches him, his head is going to explode. So I mean, there's no point in that. I mean, okay, like I said, that's not even a bad idea. Thank you for giving me the idea. I'm actually gonna do that. Actually, damn it, man. Shit, I didn't even come up with that idea. Now I'm mad because I wish I could have came up with that. Thanks. Now you gave me an idea to make a video. Because I'm sick of these Shaggy tards coming on here saying, "Oh, Shaggy's a god and he can do." You ruined the cat. Shaggy is my favorite character. I'm still trying to debate which my favorite character, Velma or Shaggy, but I love Shaggy. I used to grow up watching Scooby-Doo. And
have you heard about the new Velma show? That's not really Velma, and she's in another world.
Wait a minute. What? I'm sorry. Say that again.
Yeah. They're doing a Velma show, but they're not going to have like Scooby with her, and she's in a fantasy world, and she's Asian. So not Velma, but we're going to use the Velma.
No, don't do that. Ugh.
And the question is,
wait, is it part of Mystery Incorporated?
And secondly, why not create your own character? Because that's not Velma. It's just girl in fantasy world.
Wait, is it part of Mystery Incorporated?
Listen, it's the same thing when DC comes up with these stupid ass ideas and everyone says, "Oh, it's good." No, it's not. They should stick to their formula and do something.
Someone actually came up with a good comparison to reskinning characters as like gay or something. They basically say this is like blackface when you take a character that's been straight since the very beginning and make them gay. This is basically the gay equivalent of blackface. They ain't really gay. You're making them gay to try and appeal to people, but people don't like it because they ain't really gay. Make an actual gay character.
And make him with a personality. Like, it's so fucking stupid. But back to topic. Shaggy. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I mean, it's just being gay / black / whatever. Guess what? It's not a fucking personality.
Yeah, and
the only line I like from Big Mouth is being gay, young, and mean is not a personality.
I hate that show, Big Mouth. But anyway, fucking.
Oh God, that show sucked.
Yeah,
That's the only line I like from the series.
Wait, guys, okay, say something.
Anyway, like I said, like these fucking memes, and then that Earth-chan meme, that shit infuriated the fuck out of me when I fucking saw that. I'm like, okay, things are going on with our planet. Why would you make a joke by making it into an anime character? All people's gonna do is whack off to this shit. And it was like, well, it's supposed to be funny. Is it really supposed to be funny, or are you just trying to get your meat off? Listen, memes are funny. I'm not gonna lie, but don't make memes about certain shit. It's fucking offensive.
Okay, don't get me wrong. I kind of like the joke that someone made towards flat earthers by having Earth-chan be like, "I'm not flat-chested."
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I kind of found that funny. I'm sorry, because it's like, you people are fucking stupid, and really, how do you explain flat Earth theorists when it comes to Earth-chan?
It's clear that the Earth is a fucking
If the Earth
sphere.
is really that flat, how the hell do you explain mountains?
Not just that, but again, it's just stupid people being stupid at the end of the fucking day.
Well,
and if the Earth was really flat,
some idiot on YouTube actually said that mountains are actually giant trees, and that's how we have proof of giants. I'm like, what shit are you smoking so I can avoid
you never know. That might be the case. Like I said, I'm kind of open-minded. I'm like, you never know. That might be the case. This planet has been around for millions of years. You don't know what happened on this planet.
Look,
all the dinosaurs shaggy on himself.
Look, I'll give people benefit of the doubt in believing in like mermaids, because we only know about 5% of our ocean. Hell, Megalodon could still exist deep in the ocean, and that terrifies me because holy shit, giant shark that could swallow
I'm actually a firm
boat.
believer in Godzilla, but I'm also a firm believer in Getter, bitches.
What is a Getter?
I'm a firm believer of the multiverse.
Getter Robo. Basically, Getter-Ray's badass giant robot basically slaughters dinosaurs.
So it's a machine that can kill that can destroy giants.
Yeah,
I personally believe in aliens, but sadly,
aliens have to exist. I mean, there's too much evidence going on.
And I kind of hope that one day we'll get these hot outer galactic Amazon babes or take us in, and we will just be the breeding cows.
Man, you're not fucking taking me in to do shit.
Wait, you know what? Dude, we're getting to shag alien babe.
I know, but I'm not the kind of person who likes to be a fucking slave, or used. So no.
Fine. I'll just take your share of the bitches then.
You don't know, Dionysus. It could be.
You might as well just knock my head off and be done with it.
Dionysus, it might be like that one scene from South Park where Cartman discovers that men are hooked up to machines to be milked of their sperm.
Guys?
Oh shit!
I'm just saying.
Anyways, I am a firm believer of the multiverse, and we're living in the worst possible timeline.
Yeah, I want to
No, you're not. No. I don't believe that. Because I believe that there's realities in this universe that's way worse than ours. We are much better off than you think. So
I
want to be in the universe where everyone's got superpowers.
I don't know about you, but
I want to be in the universe where there's just a bunch of hot.
Don't worry, the pilot Getter Robo, dude.
I believe there's a universe where things is like Dragon Ball.
I want to be in a universe where there's hot babes with massive tits, and I fucking breed all of them. Hell yeah!
So you would
don't let them come in the Dragon Ball universe. Do not let them come in the Dragon Ball universe, or it's
that or the universe where it's
so
Doctor
Dionysus,
Who.
You would be in an isekai.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Now we're talking about versus matchups because you gave me an idea. A lot of people I know. A lot of people is talking about. There's people who brought up Goku versus Kaoru, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is a shonen versus an isekai, so things is a little bit off. The two characters are kind of a mismatchy because one, Goku can just, atomize him with just by looking at him the wrong way. And second, Kaoru can make him explode from the inside using his magic or whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of lopsided.
Oh yeah, I've seen a new argument involving Superman pop up. Used to be it was just the who would win, Goku or Superman. Now it's who would win, Saitama or Superman.
Superman. He's like, okay,
Shaggy.
Superman beat Shaggy as well. Let me tell you guys about Superman. On a conceptual level, I think he's like the most powerful character, period. The only character I see him actually fighting him on a conceptual level is one, Dr. Manhattan, because he was messing with him on a conceptual level, still couldn't erase him. Second, the one with all the presents. And third, Spawn. That's the only character. Those are the only characters I can see messing with Superman on that level. And other
the
characters.
only problem with Saitama
Might I get a fourth character?
The only problem with Saitama is
Dark Schneider from Bastard.
Guys,
no, Dark Schneider doesn't have the amount of power enough to beat that. I'm sorry, he doesn't. He just does not.
I beg to differ. His magic's quite.
Oh wait. He does use magic. He can mess with Superman. On a surface level, yeah, he can mess with Superman. On a surface level, yes, I believe so.
Guys, DD was trying to say something. Guys, DD.
The only problem I have with Saitama versus Superman is Saitama is supposed to be a gag character. I mean, he gets upset when he destroys a villain in one punch because he's basically kind of like Goku and he wants to be able to fight a little.
Yeah, like Superman, Superman will be that one character Saitama would love to fight, but no, he can't beat. That would be the one character he'd be satisfied to fight because Superman is stronger than someone like Saitama. Because Superman is like Saitama, but by 1,000,000 times. I don't know where people get off at thinking Saitama can beat Superman. He would never beat Superman.
Basically, Saitama would be like, "Hey, you want to spar or something?"
Of course, Superman's gonna wonder why, but then he'll understand later, and then he would do it. But Saitama wouldn't really affect Superman like that because Superman is not really affected by a lot of things, unless if we're talking about things on a galactic or universal or cosmic level, like Silver Surfer, which is another character that could beat him on a surface level. But Saitama, I don't think so.
Also, outside of regular,
what about multiversal level?
Superman's dealt with multiversal beings. Superman's dealt with all level of beings in his comic books. That is considered multiversal, universal. I don't know where people get off at thinking Goku can beat him. He just can't. And I'm a Goku fan, mind you.
All the kryptonite effects are weird. That's why I prefer just the green one because it weakens them and that makes sense. But then you got the pink kryptonite that turns him gay and he's hitting on Jimmy Olsen and it's like, what am I reading?
I just don't get it. Why would they make something that stupid? I do not know.
Is that a terrible what if story?
No, it's an actual thing. Kryptonite makes Kryptonians gay. So, example, if you swung it in front of Power Girl or Supergirl, they'd start hitting on like Wonder Woman or something.
Okay, listen, let me say something about that. I am so sick and tired of people underusing Power Girl and using her just for little crude jokes like that. I'm so sick of it. Power Girl is actually supposed to be more powerful than Superman. She's supposed to be like the granddaddy or grandmother of Superman characters. Literally, she's like the oldest.
Look, I was using her as an example because
No. I know what you meant. No. I was just making my point. No, don't worry about that.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss.
Okay. Like I said, and back to the versus debating. Like when it comes to freaking versus debating, people want to use power scaling and all. It's like people don't understand. Like it's not just power scaling; other things apply too. You got to think about circumstance, what time, what place. Versus debating is more than just. I don't even versus debate, but when you're doing that, you have to think about things on all levels, not just raw power. So I mean, like when it comes to someone, let's say, Iceman versus say Setsuna from Redo of Healer. In terms of power, Iceman floors her, But in terms of skill, she probably beats him in a hand-to-hand fight because she's actually skilled. Maybe on a base level she can fight him, but if we're talking about max power, Iceman will beat her. It's obvious because he can actually turn any like a moisture into like something that's cold or whatever. He can turn the temperature or moisture down to 0 and turn into anything cold.
Or
so
what
when
about
people compare
Iceman versus Todoroki from My Hero Academia?
I think Todoroki would lose because he would just turn the heat of Todoroki's flames and turn it down to 0 or whatever and make it like into something else. He wouldn't like I don't think Todoroki can beat him. He could fight him. He could fight him.
Frozone. What about Frozone?
From
Incredibles.
Well, I don't know too much about Frozone. He could do something. I don't know. But like I said, like when people come up with these versus matchups, there's a lot of stuff that's just imbalanced. Like Ichigo people even compared Ichigo versus I don't know Superman. I'm like, okay,
what?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I like I don't like him, but I respect him. But Ichigo cannot beat Superman.
But it doesn't even make sense. I mean, I can understand like Toph versus Gaara because they more or less have similar abilities. But Ichigo versus Superman? How the hell did
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like
Ichigo versus Anakin would be much better, honestly.
Oh yeah, very much.
Yeah, definitely. Also,
not Darth Vader, just Anakin Skywalker before he became Darth Vader.
I don't think the Force would. I don't believe that would work on. I don't know. I think Ichigo would beat Anakin. I don't know. That's just me. But I'm not too sure. That's a tricky one right there.
Heck, I was kind of confused with Screw Attack's thing of Wonder Woman versus Rogue, but I still accepted it because they are powerful women.
I mean, that fight makes no sense. I'm not mad that Rogue won. I really I love Rogue.
Well, let's be honest. Rogue just has to touch someone and they'll pass out at least.
I did want to say one thing about Rogue. I fucking hate the goddamn movie version because they made her into a bitch. Meanwhile, the damn comics and the cartoons, Rogue was fucking badass. She was awesome.
And she's got that southern twang about her.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, but
the sassy Southern Belle. That's all I can say.
When it comes to the third movie, where there's a cure, you kind of can't help but sympathize with Rogue because she can't touch anyone without accidentally killing them.
Yeah, and then the thing is, the thing is about Rogue, people compare Rogue to Goku in the past. I'm like, what is up with people comparing everybody to Goku? I'm serious. Like, with the Goku, yeah, he's more powerful, but her abilities is just.
If Rogue is any character from DBZ, she'd be more akin to Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or Super 17. Wait, no. Super 17 because he also can absorb energy and shit.
Yeah, so she'll just get the same abilities as Goku or Saiyan and be on par with him like that. I don't understand. Like, people have to understand Marvel and DC characters are overpowered as fuck. And people just can't say, oh, Goku beats this guy because this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, a lot of the stuff people make up about Goku.
Wait.
Huh?
Just one question. Would Batman technically be considered overpowered since he can defeat the Justice League?
He has to use prep time and he also thinks ahead. Or he also plans ahead. That's why he's able to beat the Justice League because he's
that's why he has a small amount of kryptonite in case Superman ever turns rogue.
Yeah, like I said,
multi-billionaire dude.
Yeah, you have to, especially Grant Morrison. I think it's Grant Morrison's Batman. Dude, he plans ahead with everything. He has a contingency plan for a lot of things. So, Batman. Yeah.
Speaking of Batman, I remember I saw a clip that I loved show up last night when I was watching YouTube, and I love this clip because it just makes sense with the Joker. The Joker basically knows who Batman is now. And all he's upset is that it's taking forever for him to get his electric car he bought. He says, "Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce?" And I'm like, I love it. It's not the fact that he probably didn't think about Batman being Bruce Wayne. It's the fact that he's been waiting for like a year to get his electric car.
Oh wow, Joker is one of the most wittiest, man. Joker is one. He's
as long as these damn wokies don't fucking touch these characters, because you know what's outside here, the damn wokies and the birds of woke.
I didn't know they already didn't touch them.
They made him to just be some run-off character where Harley Quinn kills him, and that was it.
Wow.
I mean, is it time we should be wrapping this up?
Yeah, let me just actually add one more thing. DVD, there's a reason why there are sex scenes within Redo the Healer. Basically, when Yaro actually has the ability to actually, strengthen, capability, like the abilities for how someone should actually use their power. So basically, if you actually have sex with him, the stronger your abilities will become. That's the reason why they actually had all those sex scenes is to actually help the girls within this group actually get stronger.
Oh, okay, but like I said, if we're when it comes to hacks abilities in these isekais, they're typically kind of powerful and stuff like that. So,
also, another thing, I actually hate to say this, but Redo the Healer is not an isekai. I actually was scared by this. And basically,
wait a minute, no. I don't think Redo the Healer is an isekai because
it's a Peggy Sue.
Oh yeah, I didn't say it was an isekai. I'm just saying. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just saying like most isekais are dark fantasy. I should have said that. Or fantasy or isekai anime. The characters typically are kind of powerful, But I think people overpower the fuck out of it.
In which the main character is a fish out of water who eventually becomes a powerful badass.
Yeah, so Kaoru beating certain characters outside of his universe wouldn't be surprising because of the way his magic works. But if Goku fought him, well, Goku, knowing Goku, if it's Dragon Ball Super Goku is a complete moron. I wouldn't be surprised if he lost. But if it's GT Goku, he might kill Kaoru before he could use his magic. By accident, because Goku is so fucking powerful in that shit.
I'm actually got an idea for an isekai-like show using Dungeons and Dragons logic. However, the main character, Amelia, as I call her, she would have to basically from scratch learn how to do certain things. She wouldn't just be like let's say if I were to make her an archer, she wouldn't basically be on the archery team at school, thus she has an edge. No, she'd be like, I'm liable to shoot someone and I really wouldn't mean to.
That sounds cool. And also, now when we're talking about one character, Dante from Devil May Cry, now he beat a lot of characters. I believe he can easily beat KR. The simple reason, he has a healing factor. He has all these abilities. He has Royal Guard, Trickster. My God, man, Dante is fucking a beast. He beat Mundus, a guy who created a universe. So
what about Dracula? I mean Alucard.
Dante
or Deadpool.
Dante will demolish Alucard. And Deadpool is kind of powerful. But Alucard, Dante will fucking annihilate Alucard. I don't know.
Yeah, but Deadpool is kind of a gag character too.
Yeah, like I said, Deadpool is kind of a tough situation here.
Okay,
but,
I just want to say this real quick. Marvel, if you're listening to this, go make a deal with Capcom and make a story where Deadpool fights Dante. I would buy that.
Yes!
Yeah.
That or make a video game where we play as Deadpool going through all the Disney movies.
And killing
Mickey Mouse. Then
kill Mickey Mouse.
You have
actively killing the entirety of the new Star Wars trilogy. Good God,
the scene with with Ursula making
Wait
a
a minute.
deal with
What if Mickey Mouse
Ariel?
wore a Darth Vader costume and called himself Darth Mouse?
That would be
Darth
an
Rat.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like you have the scene with Ursula trying to make a deal with Ariel, and you have Deadpool like, "You'll be sorry."
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I said,
also,
man. Oh yeah,
Well-
like I said. Oh, sorry.
good.
Oh, like I said, man. Goku is one thing, but Dante from Devil May Cry, he can beat a lot of isekai characters and shown in a lot of. Dude, Dante is overpowered as fuck. Oh, by DMC5, he gets this thing called Sin Devil Trigger. He kind of like merges his true devil power with the Sparta. Man, this dude is. Don't even get me started with his brother Virgil. Holy shit, Devil May Cry is badass. I love the reboot as well.
I think this is the second time I've heard of a character called Virgil, the first being Static Shock.
Oh, well, there's a character named Virgil in Devil May Cry, Dante's brother. And man, this dude is powerful as fuck. You know? But he got defeated on a lot of occasions, though. But the reason why he got defeated by the Demon King Mundus is because he was fatigued after fighting his brother in Devil May Cry 3. You just got to play it. You got to understand his story. It's fucking awesome. Holy shit, I recommend it.
I would love for Static Shock to return, but I don't want it to return because I'm scared of Wokies getting a hold of it.
Static Shock is already back.
Yeah, you're gonna
Wokies did already
Static,
take over it.
You're gonna hear Static Shock talk about the white privilege. Tell Virgil about his white privilege.
That's already happening.
Aw, they ain't dragging Richie down, are they? Because Richie's the gay character. The creator actually said Richie is gay.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne McDuffie is rolling in his grave right now.
I feel so bad for Dwayne. He should not have his baby destroyed like this.
I mean, that's the thing with these fucking
agreed.
Wokies. That's the thing with these goddamn Wokies. They don't care about the actual source. They see these characters, they know how much we love them, and then basically like a schoolyard bully, they take it, they recolor it, and say, "Okay, they're now gay and trans now."
Look at Stan Lee. Once Stan Lee died, Marvel has never been the same.
Enslaving humanity.
Do y'all remember the Cyberpunk thing a couple months back? And then the creator comes out and they're like, he's a traitor to his race, because when they saw the creator was black, they were like, "Oh shit, we can't claim racism now."
Exactly, and that's my favorite fucking part. It's just like when you and every other woman sits there and says, "Hey, stop desexualizing this female character," and then they're like, "You're misogynist," and then you're like, "I got a vagina," and then it's like, "Wait, hold on, us all, folks."
Yeah. Man, listen.
Wouldn't they say they're trans
let
or
me tell you
something?
something. Listen, they better not touch Dragon Ball with that shit. Because Dragon Ball's already fucking bad with this Dragon Ball Super crap. They better not touch it with this woke stuff.
Trust me,
touch Gundam,
Japan will never be woke.
Dude, if these Wokies ever touch my Gundam, all hell will be broken loose and heads will fucking roll.
Oh, Dragon Ball Evolution
Trust me, guys.
is the reason that we ended
Wokies
up
will
with
never touch
Dragon Ball
anime.
Super.
Yeah, you said that.
I wouldn't be too sure, so we better keep all eyes open.
Well, here's the thing.
Better not touch Super Saiyan 4.
First and foremost, I will say we should be thankful and praise Japan for standing up against censorship when that asshole was saying, "Hey, let's go for global standards." And the mangakas and the anime and Japanese fans were like, "No, we should be thankful. But yet we should still keep our eyes out, because guess what? Just like I said before, but since Matt and Arcane were here, we all heard about the whole if you're religious or if you have a Christian relative, you've already heard that Satan isn't going to come from hell with red skin, horns, and going, "Bah ha ha, it's me, the devil."
Yeah, but
He's
isn't
going
the
to
whole
come.
thing with mangatas, or however you say it, that for every one male mangata, there's like 3 female ones?
Yeah, and here's the thing. There's a crack right now in the wall, and sooner or later that cracks will get bigger. We have to pay attention, and this goes for Japanese as well, the Japan fans as well. They have to pay attention to anime and manga that's coming out now, because sooner or later, a manga creator is going to make a manga. It's not going to be obvious at first. Again, just like with the whole devil, he's not going to make it obvious, right? He's going to be sneaky about it. And, we're going to have a manga where the girls will still look like girls, but they'll all be flat-chested. And there will be monster girls, but they won't look as attractive as Monster Musume or anyone like that. And, it will be very subtle towards like, hey, this anime's woke. And then the next anime will be a little bit more stronger with it. Like, hey, this anime girl has that damn pixie butch haircut. And she's talking about how you shouldn't touch people inappropriately. And then sooner or later, we're going to have fucking...
In the dub or sub?
Yeah. That is... They sneak in through the crack. Wait, people are sneaky like that. They will sneak in. So, yeah, you got to watch it.
Wait, just like through the dub or sub?
They did the same thing with Dragon Ball. They did the same thing with Dragon Ball. They wanted to give us Battle of Gods. Oh, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Okay, they gave us Fakatsu no F. Dude, now you're kind of like milking it. Then they made Dragon Ball Super and fucked up the whole entire fucking franchise. So, yeah, we got to watch it.
Yeah, because it will be subtle. Just like with the whole, the devil isn't going to make it obvious that he's here.
I have a question.
It's going to be, it's going to happen in the background, and we have to pay.
The Soul Spectre has a question.
All right.
Yep.
So the whole SJW dialogue thing, would it be in the dub or sub? Because if it's in the dub, we should be fine.
Oh, no. Not the dub. I'm talking about like a manga creator themselves.
Basically,
in Japan
an actual Japanese person makes a manga.
Yeah.
That would be horrifying.
Yeah,
forget what I said.
It's the sub that I'm talking about. Like the mangaka themselves will write the character to be woke, but again, it's not going to be obvious. It's going to be quite subtle, where it's like, she has a pixie haircut, but I'll let it slide. And then we got one character that's flat-chested. Then all the women are flat-chested, and it's like, wait a minute. In anime and manga, there's always at least one character that has big boobs, right? And yet, here we have all the women flat-chested and wearing pants. There's no skirt, there's no schoolgirl outfit, so what's going on?
Yeah, isn't it time we wrap this up there, Mr. A?
What the hell are you reading?
Well, basically, we just hit the 2-hour mark, so let's call it good for now.
All right.
That's good because I just got an alert from Instagram that
Cool.
the character account for Blitz from Hell of a Boss has just posted something.
Oh.
All right. Well, then, let's do the usual.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get our final goodbyes out of the way. So let's start with D&D, girl. Ladies first.
Any wokies listening, I don't have internal misogyny. I just like big tits because that's my taste in women as a bisexual woman. Fuck off with this bullshit. I'm sorry you're unappealing to me, you fat bastard that has to be rolled to the toilet.
DBZ GT for life.
All I have to say is keep rocking the dragon, and Joshua, stop jacking off to fucking Asuka. She's 13 years old, you fucking creepy fat pedophile motherfucker. Keep rocking the dragon.
14, dude.
Keep rocking the fucking dragon.
He has no dick.
She's actually 14, but not that it makes it any better.
She's still a young teenager, let's just say that.
All
right, Mad Match.
Oh, nothing much for me. Just be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And good God, do I wish I was born in the Gundam universe, or Bubblegum Crisis, or fuck any good mecha anime. Just get me off this awful timeline.
The Power Rangers universe.
I'm going to the Dragon Ball universe. Fuck that.
I want either the superhero
my turn.
universe or the Doctor Who universe.
All right, it's
my turn. So DC, if you ever want to redeem yourselves of the whole woke shit, make a storyline where Shaggy goes up against the entire DC multiverse. Everything.
I'm already in the mix of a DC rant video, so don't even worry about it. I got this.
I'm looking forward. All right, see you guys later.
All right, man. Well, take care.
See you, Solus.
Alright, so as usual, you filthy degenerates, it was fun. Remember to live for your desires. Never be ashamed of what you enjoy. And also, Superman sucks. Goku can beat Superman. Nina.
Get out of here! Okay, hey, I'm a Goku fan first, so it doesn't matter. But Superman doesn't fucking suck. You fuck off with that. You fuck all the way off. Superman is awesome. Superman is awesome. But Goku is still better. I still like Goku better.
Bold words. Said to someone who's about to flee.
Jim's fighting words. They're shooting a dude.
All right.
Superman,
guys. Yeah.
Yakuza Western Killer is gonna call you a pedophile for that.
He can suck my clit.
Hey, he can suck my big fat hairy black metal cock.
Joshua can jump off a bridge and land on his fat stomach and create a fucking goddamn pate on a fucking goddamn concrete.
He can suck both of my fucking shows.
He can die from diabetes for all I care. Fat ass.
Phil, Mr. A, Phil.
All right, let's appreciate you guys coming on. I actually really enjoyed having this little conversation we have. I'm not a pedo by any means because I actually like, fictionalized characters. So basically, if you're still going on that pedo crap, fuck you. That's all I gotta say.
And then there's the fact, how old is the character that you like? Because
with that fucking half-naked toy in yourself.
She's not exactly a teenager.
And also they're fictional, so it doesn't really fucking matter at the end of the day. It's not fucking real.
Exactly. But he wants to make a big deal, so I'll use that against him.
Yeah. But anywho, close.
Anyway, to end it all out, just remember these three things. Remember these three things, guys. Respect the waifus, enjoy your fandoms, anime is freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. NA343 saying, sayonara, everyone.
Peace out, guys. And I'm not a degenerate.
See you later, masturbators.